Trump has made waves once again, demanding Keir Starmer open up the North Sea and eliminate those so-called windmills that he derides. This isn't just an offhand comment. It's a bold assertion from someone who seems to relish ruffling feathers. You've got to hand it to him. He knows how to get people talking. But let's not gloss over the underlying message here. Why is it that Nigel Farage, a man who isn't even in power, gets a ticket to Trump's inauguration while Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, doesn't? Sure, no British Prime Minister or monarch has ever attended a US presidential inauguration, but that's not the point. The fact that Starmer didn't make Trump's guest list speaks volumes about the man standing on the international stage. Trump is not one for subtlety. His decisions often carry a heavy message, and in this case, it's hard not to see it as a deliberate snub. Starmer, who has been vocal about keeping a distance from Trump's brand of politics, has seemingly found himself on the wrong side of the Trump radar. Meanwhile, Farage, the outspoken Brexit advocate and Trump ally, is basking in the limelight. He has long been a vocal supporter of Trump's policies, sharing the stage with him during rallies. This feels like a calculated move by Trump, rewarding loyalty while casting aside those who haven't played along. So is this just Trump being Trump, or does it highlight cracks in UK-US relations? That's the real question. While traditions remain intact, these personal dynamics have ripple effects that go far beyond who gets an invitation. This isn't the first time a British leader has been absent from a US presidential inauguration. In fact, no UK leader has ever attended. It's one of those unspoken traditions. American politics stays on its turf, and British leaders stay on theirs. But Trump's decision to invite Farage changes the usual script. People are asking why Starmer wasn't invited. It's simple. When you're a leader, you've got to earn respect and stand up for what's right. Starmer has made questionable decisions, to say the least, and has been critical of Trump, attacking things that matter for both the UK and the US. I'm all for strong leadership, but you can't just attack everyone and expect to be welcomed at the table. Trump has been consistent in his belief that he needs to work with leaders who put their people first. Farage, despite having no official political role anymore, has earned his spot by being a staunch Trump ally. The optics are hard to ignore. A divisive UK figure gets a platform while the current Prime Minister is left off the list. What does this say about Starmer? Perhaps it's less about tradition and more about Trump making a point. A Prime Minister with no invitation looks weak next to a former politician grinning on the sidelines. This raises questions about how Starmer's approach to Trump is perceived and whether his stance has backfired on the global stage. If anyone is reveling in this fallout, it's Katie Hopkins. The moment Trump ignored Keir Starmer and chose Nigel Farage instead, Hopkins couldn't contain her excitement. For her, this isn't just politics, it's entertainment. Trump's unapologetic trolling aligns perfectly with her no-filter style. Let's face it, the way Trump calls wind turbines windmills makes it sound almost childish, like something out of a cartoon. Now, he's telling Starmer what to do about his energy policies, while others like Elon Musk are throwing shade at Starmer, calling for prosecution over grooming gangs. Hopkins has openly expressed her admiration for Trump's boldness, viewing his snub as a calculated jab at Starmer, someone she openly criticizes. To Hopkins, Trump isn't playing games, he's setting the tone, showing who's in charge and who isn't worth his time. It's not just the Farage invite that has her grinning. She knows Trump's approach is about making statements that grab attention, and she's all for it. She's been sharing her delight with her followers, fueling debates and sparking outrage, true to her style. This moment isn't just a blip, it's a signal of what's to come. Hopkins believes Starmer is out of his league in dealing with someone like Trump. She thrives on controversy, and Trump is handing her all the fuel she needs to keep the fire burning. It's not just that she's celebrating from a distance, she's been invited to meet Trump personally, a gesture that speaks volumes about how much he values her unwavering support. For someone like Hopkins, who thrives at the center of political drama, this invitation is nothing short of a jackpot. Now, imagine the chaos that might ensue with this kind of dynamic at play. Trump has a knack for turning the political landscape upside down, and with his decisions, he's giving people like Hopkins the platform to amplify their voices. She's practically giddy at the thought of it all, seeing the potential for more drama, more conflict, and more spectacle. It's a genius move on Trump's part, and she's all in, embracing the chaos. So where does this leave Keir Starmer? It's clear that he's not just facing a political rival, he's up against a phenomenon that shows no signs of slowing down. The landscape is shifting beneath his feet, and Trump's actions are a stark reminder of the kind of strongman politics that have captivated a significant portion of the electorate. Starmer's approach, which may have aimed for diplomacy and distance, could very well be perceived as weakness in the face of such boldness. As we move forward, the implications of this snub and the dynamics at play will continue to unfold. Will Starmer adjust his strategy, or will he double down on his current approach? One thing is for sure, the political theatre is heating up, and with figures like Trump and Hopkins in the mix, it's bound to get even more entertaining. The question now is whether Starmer can rise to the occasion or if he'll remain sidelined while others take center stage.